just a few thoughts on, and I've thought about this for a long time actually. I would love to do that. Um, an underground shelter. I know a lot of people think that's kind of, sort of like the prepper thing. But yes, one of my thoughts or dreams had been, to have an underground bunker under this 8 acres. Not necessarily the whole 8 acres, but ooh, wouldn't that be cool? Could you imagine? The one I had been looking at was I don't think I wrote the website down, but it had one for 9 million. And let's face it, if you won the lottery or something big, you could always, like let's say you won like 100 million. Like 9 million would be nothing, right? Especially if it would save your life. Anyway, so, and this is actually something that you could, even if nothing happens, you could always just live on it. I always thought that would be kind of cool. I mean, this has like for 50 plus people or more to live comfortably, apartments kind of like rooms. Then it has like a big dining hall and a kitchen, and it even has like a garden area where it has artificial lights and everything, automatic water system and everything. This has everything. This is for like the rich people, obviously. And yeah, I mean, has, of course, more than one laundry mat, I think, or laundry area. Um, has a pool, a gym, and a fitness area, sauna, uh, hot tub, of course, bowling alley. I would put tennis courts and a track in there too, because I have to have my track, and I like tennis. So, I actually like bowling too, though, so that's cool. It has theater for like big movies on a screen. Um, I think I would put a church in there for the people who like that. Plus, in the church, you can even, talk about other things, other like spiritual things. Doesn't have to be, just one way. Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, and a library or something. I have a whole stack of DVDs, and other people I'm sure would too. It could just be jiving down there, everything going on up here, but you're jiving comfortably down there, own community. But people, of course, you'd have to have rules and everything. Now, not harsh rules, not like I'm the leader. I think it would go better if there would be sort of like a group type of situation. But I mean, respect type of rules. Like, can't just run amok. Of course, you have to maybe have a little tavern or something in there for people, too. But tiki bars, I don't know. Anyway, you see, you can do whatever. I mean. I think it would be really cool to do that. I would like to have it actually double that, so maybe even 100 plus people. I think it would be cool. Now, do I know that many people that would, no, but you know, it's a cool idea. I got to thinking that way recently when, you hear about all these underground bases, and if they can have their underground secret bases, and come on, I know people are going to say, oh no, she's not one of those who believes in all that. We all know deep down they do have those bases in there. And whether there's aliens in there or not, probably. But who knows what's there? There's like, and I know you've heard it before, so many levels, and I believe, I shouldn't say believed, but I've thought about, known about all that for a long time, and supposedly there's one under this area, Eglin Air Force Base. I live, let's say about 50. Let's say we'll just round it up to about 50-ish uh, minutes away. So probably about an hour or close to it away from Eglin Air Force Base, which is why we get the little earthquake every once in a while here. It feels like an earthquake. You hear it like boom. And then you feel, and it shakes this trailer, this mobile home, and you go, you're like, it's not an earthquake. We've known this for a while. Everyone around here who knows, has known about it. They are doing bombs and stuff because Eglin Air Force Base is I think it's artillery and different things. But I found out that it's possibly, if you believe in that, it's also possibly has an underground base there. That's Orion base. I guess they mean for like those type of aliens. Don't get me started with Orion. Everyone says Orion, but I always say Orion. I don't know why, but I always pronounce it that way. The first time I said heard Orion, I thought that doesn't jive. I don't know. Is that Earthling talk? Because I think it's Orion. But anyway, that's me. That it's possible that that is a base. I mean, supposedly there's like underground everywhere, and like train systems and stuff. And I know most people know about all this already, but that connect all these bases and everything underground. And if they can have theirs, why can't we have ours? So I would like to have it underground. Why should they be the only ones? If something happens, that get saved. You hear that there a lot of people, so-called people, are, so-called important people, rich people, are moving away to other countries and continents, and you're like, why? What do they know? What do they know that they're not telling us? But I also know it's what you perceive in your reality. So I'm not out there going, oh my goodness, What if something happens, it happens. But I also think we do help to make our own reality. Does that mean that we can necessarily stop a big thing if it was sort of put out there as a possible timeline reality scenario as a whole for everyone? Maybe we can pop into another timeline that doesn't have it. I don't know. But I still like the idea of having an underground, but even if nothing happens, not an underground base, but an underground bunker, the nothing else, and if nothing ever happens, you have a nice place to hang out and party with, right? So anyway, those are just a few thoughts running through my head, and well, I've had them running through my head for a while, but every once in a while I like to think of that and picture how it would be, and I think it'd be kind of cool. I wouldn't like thinking about everyone out here not having, a good time or anything. And, of course, a lot of what do you call those? MREs or something, I think. Those military ready-to-eat meals. One time we've had not earthquakes, hurricanes around here a lot. But there was one that was really hit here more. Like usually they sort of go off here or they go over here, but one really had come up one time. I think it was like in 2004 or 5, and I'm not sure which hurricane it was. You think I'd remember that? But it shut the power off for I think a week or close to it, and they brought the Red Crossers, I think it was, brought those MRE meals, and ever since then I thought, oh cool, that would be nice to get them. You can order them from a lot of places. They're not cheap, but in emergency scenarios they come in handy, and they're a whole big meal. All you have to do is undo the package and eat them up, and some of them last 25 years. But I think at the very least some of them last 5 to 10 years. So, but yeah. Anyway, I just think those are kind of cool things to think about. Not cool to think about bad things happening to the earth, but yeah, just about sort of the bunkers below, Like I said, even if nothing happened out here. And I would never wish that. I don't want anything. In my reality, nothing bad happens. But that still doesn't mean I can't have my underground party zone, right? Just saying. Anyway, have a wonderful Thursday, and over and out.